A very good morning, students. So, today we are going to start with the syllabus of term 2, and the very first poem with which we are going to start is The Schoolboy by William Blake. Students, this poem is told from the perspective of a young boy going to school on a summer day. Okay, the boy loves summer mornings and he had to go to school unwillingly. He does not want to go to school. He sits at his desk in boredom and he cannot pay any attention to the lesson in the class. Why? Because he wishes to play outside in natural surroundings. He believes that he can only learn in natural settings, not in a school. He does not want to be confined to a school building. Okay? So, this lesson deals with the feelings of a young boy. Let's read the first stanza. I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company. So, in this stanza, the poet, it means the young boy, is praising the nature. The speaker says that he is very joyful and he likes to awake in the fresh and delightful summer morning. He is describing the beauty of the summer morning. Okay? He likes the chirping of the birds on every tree, the sound of the horn blown by the hunter from a distant field. Okay? And sweet songs of skylark. Skylark is a bird here. Okay? So, in this stanza, the young boy is describing the beauty of the summer morning. Next, read the second stanza. But to go to school in a summer morn, off it drives all joy away. Students, try to understand the words, okay? But to go to school in a summer morn, it means he does not like to go to school, okay, in a summer morning. Why? It drives all joy away, okay? It takes all joys away from him. Under a cruel eye outworn, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. Cruel eye outworn. It is very humorous that the teacher has been described as a cruel eye outworn. Okay. The little ones, it means the children, they spend the day in sighing and dismay, in despair. They are very sad. So, it is a matter of utmost disappointment for the speaker to attend the school in such a sweet summer morning where actually he wishes to enjoy the delight of summer. Okay, he wants to enjoy the delight of summer, but he is forced to attend school in such a sweet summer morning. He is tired and he is confused, he is puzzled under the strict supervision of his teacher. The phrase outworn, okay? The phrase outworn here refers to the eyes of the teacher that actually tires the boy, that actually irritates the boy. Instead of enjoying the pleasures of summer, the child has to compulsorily attend the school where he spends his day in boredom and sadness. Dismay means a strong feeling of disappointment and sadness. Now let's read the third stanza. Or then at times I drooping sit and spend many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. So students, here the child expresses his tiredness. He sits unwillingly in the sea of boredom. Okay, the child keeps under control the attack on him by the harsh personality of the teacher. Here the teacher has been described as very harsh and cruel and unnecessary lectures. Okay, Just pay attention to these words. Dearly shower. It means shower of meaningless words. Okay, the lectures. And the poet urged for unchecked freedom. He wants to be free. He wants to learn by the nature. Oh, then at times I dropping sit. Okay, I sit very unwillingly and spend many an anxious hour. I spent many hours in the school and I always remain anxious there because I do not enjoy at school, nor in my book can I take delight. Even my books are not a source of pleasure for me, nor sit in learning's bower. The learning's bower here refers to a garden where the child can be taught in an interesting way. Okay, so the poet says that I cannot sit in learning bower means I cannot sit in a garden, okay, where I can enjoy nature and learn as well. He wants the company of nature, he does not want the company of school teacher. Now let's come to the next stanza, the third stanza on the screen. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child, when fears annoy, but droop his tender wing and forget his youthful spring? Again, the poet compares a child with a bird. According to his view, a bird which is born cheerful and fun loving can never sing sweet songs if it is put in a cage. So the young boy has been put in a cage. Okay, the school has been described as a cage. Similarly, a child, if remained under the annoying fear and tension, he cannot remain happy, he cannot learn. And the strict discipline will ruthlessly take away the beautiful springs. Okay, the beautiful spring means the childhood days of a person's life. Let's look at the stanza once again. How can the bird that is born for joy, okay, it means a young boy who is born to learn or to enjoy nature, sit in a cage and sing? How can a child, when fears annoy, but droop his tender wing? Tender means soft, okay, and forget his youthful spring. Let me elaborate it once again. The poet says that as a bird cannot sit in a cage and sing, similarly, a young boy, the child, cannot learn in a confined setting of school. He deserves to be set free and enjoy the nature. The strict discipline of school takes away the playful years of his life. Okay. Now students, the last stanza. O father and mother, if birds are nipped and blossoms blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and care's dismay, how shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? Here the boy complains to the highest authority, to father and mother. He says, if a budding child is picked and swept off in the early stage of life in an ocean of sorrow where there is no one to care for, okay? If unhappiness crushes the sensitive plants, the beautiful and the newborn birds, summer can never be joyful, okay? Let's have a look again. O father and mother, if birds are nipped. Birds are nipped means if birds are picked, okay, in the early stage, and blossoms blown away, if they are not allowed to bloom, okay, and if the tender plants are stripped, the soft plants, they are stripped of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and care's dismay, by sadness, by disappointment, how shall the summer arise in joy? How can one spend summer in joy? Nobody. Or the summer fruits appear. The fruits will also not appear. Basically, the poet is trying to say if children are stripped of their ability to play and have fun in the summer season, they will never grow. Okay, they will never develop to the fullest extent. The poem is about allowing children to be children, to allow them to play, to run outside, to experience the benefits of nature and of the seasons. Okay, this practice is very beneficial to them as academic learning. They learn a lot in natural settings. So, students, this was all about the poem. I have explained the poem. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Thank you.